Welcome back to Hot Take Sports, episode 150. We are halfway to the second century mark.
Quick round of applause before we start. Quick round of applause.
I don't know how I've made it this far, but here we are.
We're still here, though. We're still here. Brady, how you doing?
Isaac, how are you?
Great start.
I'm here. We're surviving some technical failures. AKA stuff being old.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've been doing same general thing I've been doing since December, internship and job searching. So I'm sure it gets repetitive hearing me saying it, but I'm not doing
that's
much
what
else.
life's like right now, dude. Just look, It's called being an adult.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I went to Hocking Hills over the weekend. That was fun. It was the first time I'd really tent camped.
You tent camped
for 3 days.
How'd you do?
It was pretty good, other than roasting to death while I'm trying to sleep on an air mattress. So
yeah, that'll teach you.
But our campsite was a half mile from the parking lot. So every time we wanted to go to the car, we'd have to walk half mile there and walk half mile back. And it took us 3 trips to unload everything. Because there were 5 of us, like we had a decent amount of stuff. And
Who'd
it's
you go
hot.
with?
My girlfriend and some of her friends. We had a good time, but it's called Hocking Hills for a reason, so it's not like it was a flat half mile.
Were you the only dude?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, and they're probably all tougher than me too. So,
well, you'll have that, I guess.
Interesting about the tent though. The last night we had a moth eat through the mesh of our tent. So we woke up Monday morning. And we're like, there's a hole in the tent.
Are you sure it wasn't just you when you had to take a pee in the middle of the night?
Well, considering it was in the roof, I imagine so.
Fair enough.
But yeah, kayaking and ziplining, that was fun. I went swimming. Thank God.
That's a good time.
Yeah.
Hocking Hills is a nice part if y'all haven't been there yet. Isaac, 2 weeks.
Yep, put my 2-week notice in today.
Talking to the mic.
2-week notice in today. Then I'm starting 2 internships. Thank you, Brady.
You're welcome.
There we go.
Then I'll have about 2 internships starting about when school starts. Actually, starting next week, I'll have 2.
So you're gonna be doing classes and 2 internships?
Yep.
I pity you because I've been there.
Yeah, I've been there too.
It's not that bad, and they're both 10 hours a week, so it's not awful.
Oh yeah,
that's doable. Well, the one you have to drive to Tiffin though, that's
but it's about a 45-minute drive in the morning. It's not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be there. I'll be in Tiffin pretty much all day tomorrow. No, all day Friday. Helping with their fundraiser.
I understand that life, man. I do. I was in Toledo all day yesterday, so
yeah. My Tiffin one is unpaid, and my one on campus is paid.
That's good, at least.
Yeah. Clayton?
Good. I've just got back from Colorado. Earned my wings, actually.
There they be. Oh, it's beautiful. Round of applause.
There they be. Yeah. 5 unassisted jumps from 5,000 feet. Good time overall. Happy I did it. And this is my last week of work, so got some fun stuff in the works. I'm going to 3 baseball games next week. I am going to a Rubber Ducks game and a Guardians game with one of my roommates who lives over in Akron. And then I guess, I don't know if we've said this on the pod, but we are going to Cards Reds down in Cincinnati here in a little bit. That'll be a good time. It's a good time that'll be the first time all 5 of us have been together in a minute.
Yeah.
Which will be fun. And then that Wednesday, I have a family day. And then, because Carson moves to Ohio State Thursday. So my parents will be kidless starting Friday, I guess, or Thursday night.
What parent's going to go more insane?
Oh, my mom.
I
My dad
was
will
just,
probably
I was
throw
just,
himself.
I
My dad
said,
will probably throw himself a little party, and then mom will I don't know what the heck mom's gonna do with her time.
yeah,
She's just gonna drive to BG and annoy you.
I
No,
was just
she's
about
probably
to
gonna drive to
ask how
your
your
house
mom
and hang
was
out with your
handling
mom.
it. So
What?
I was just about to ask how your mom was gonna handle it. I knew your dad would be fine.
Yeah, dad. Actually, I was scrolling through my phone the other day and I found my favorite text I think I've ever gotten from my dad. It was after Browns Colts, and he texted me. I was complaining about the entire game. We won. It was like the ugliest football game I've ever seen before in my life, but
Thank
we
you,
ended up
Miles
winning.
Garrett.
Yeah, Miles Garrett had a monster game that kept us in it. And dad texted me, I'm getting on the mower. Take this win and go home.
I remember that. I remember you
Nice,
telling us about that.
legendary.
And I was like, good job, dad. So dad's day-to-day routine probably won't change too much, but I'm sure the dog will be getting a lot more attention here in the next couple weeks. So,
Oh yeah, for sure.
but diving into sports, the US took the outright lead in Olympic gold today. Today was the first day they've been going into the lead with the most gold medals. We lead the medal count by like almost
30
double, I
something,
want to say,
or
but
40. It's like something like that.
I'm gonna look up the totals here
While
real
you're doing
sec.
that, the U.S. women's soccer team is in the gold medal match
W.
against Brazil, I believe.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And
Okay, we're not
them Brazilians are pretty good at soccer. So
So are we
true.
in women's at least.
So this is I'll go golds and then I'll go overall. So for golds, the US has 27, China's in second with 25, Australia 3 with 18, France 4 with 13, Great Britain fifth with 12. Then overall, US 94, China 65, Australia or France 51, Britain 49, Australia 41. So Australia just has a lot of golds. They don't have as many overall.
U.S. men's basketball teams in the semis against Joker. Am I playing them again? I don't know about the women's. I don't know if they're in the first or semis.
I don't know anything.
I don't
Yeah,
remember.
I haven't been watching the Olympics too terribly closely. Everyone's talking about Noah Lyles though. The NBA community has been either for or against the guy. It seems like because he said, "How can you call yourself a world champ in the NBA?" Name a team outside of the NBA that could beat the worst NBA team. Exactly.
Right.
Like
Yeah, I'd like to see the Shanghai Sharks take on the
who's
Dynasty
the
Warriors.
yeah, who's the worst team in the league last year, like statistically?
The Pistons,
The
I think.
Pistons.
Oh yeah,
Either
yeah,
the
I guess
Pistons or the Wizards.
yeah, I didn't know if the Wizards caught them, but yeah, I think the Pistons had the worst record, and I think that they kill any overseas team.
Oh yeah.
So that's how, but I mean the guy can say what he wants. Like he is a world champ. He won the gold medal. Like
He
there's
has the 200-meter today. I don't know if it happened already or not.
he was second in his heat. I don't know if they've had the final race for it or not yet, but
It was supposed to be today.
yeah. Yeah. I don't know if that's happened or not, but shout out Noah Lyles, track, got us another gold, so that's cool.
Do you guys know how Trevor Bassett did today? I knew he ran at like one something. So
I know he advanced yesterday.
The Bluffton legend.
He advanced in the 400-meter hurdles. It did come to an end today in the 400 semifinals. Let's see where he placed. It's not saying where he placed, but did come to an end today. But shout out to Trevor Bassett, All-American from Ashland University. Went to high school in Bluffton, Ohio, which is right down the road from where we grew up. So that's kind of cool. A kid made it all the way out of Northwest Ohio over to France for the Olympics. So
yeah,
definitely a cool story.
like especially like even like not getting eliminated right away. Like a kid from our area advanced in the Olympics. Like
Yeah, that's a good point too. I guess he advanced.
Yeah.
no first round exit here.
But yeah, shout out Trevor Bassett. You guys have anything else on the Olympics? Like Isaac said, the U.S. men's basketball team is in the semis. They should figure it out. I'm not really worried there.
They're playing the same team for the third time now because they played them in before the Olympics too.
Right.
But that's pretty much we have all on the Olympics. Preseason week 1 starts this week. Go into that.
Football is back, gentlemen.
Yes.
Football is back.
Uh,
Kind of.
yeah.
That's right. Bailey Zappi suits up for the Patriots tomorrow.
Does he really?
Yeah.
We're playing all 4 of our quarterbacks tomorrow. I think each of them are getting a quarter, maybe, if that.
I think they came out and said Deshaun Watson's not playing, right?
Watson's not playing in the first preseason game. It is Jameis Winston versus Jordan Love to start off the game.
Yeah.
Some starters will be playing for the Browns. I don't know who. All it says
Jameis Winston.
Shut up, Brady.
He is in your heart, Isaac. He's the MVP in your heart.
That is true, but shut up, Brady. But I don't know, man. It's always an interesting thing to see, like because when we were kids, like preseason was 4 games. Now they're down to 3. And people say, or at least I've seen that like turf is to blame for injuries, all that good stuff, like not well kept turf. And I definitely think that's part of it. But there's an argument I've seen too come up, not recently, but it's kind of been there. Like after COVID, right? They cut like mini camps, like they reduced the number of like hitting days, that kind of thing. Do you guys think that like affects injuries at all?
I think it might does for a little bit, but it also depends on what position you are though.
That's true. Hypothetically speaking, the best way to get ready to play football is to play football, right?
Right.
And they're not playing as much football in the preseason.
Unless your name is getting the fights, the Lions and the Giants this week, who were fined.
Oh, I talk about Malik Neighbors.
Yeah, Malik Neighbors.
Dude, he's gonna be a dog.
Oh, he's gonna be so good for that team.
If Daniel Jones can just get him with the ball, like endless possibilities. He just has to get it there.
Training camp fights might be one of my favorite parts of this time of year. It's so funny.
And the Giants and the Lions have had like 3 already.
I think Neighbors started all of them.
Probably.
I know he started at least 2 of them.
That's good for him. That'll freaking toughen the kid up a little bit. However, it's all fun and games until like some linebacker with a mullet and a neck plate is watching this film like, all right, dude, like, welcome to the league, kid. And on a slant just puts his shoulder right between his numbers.
I'm about to say, he's probably playing week 1 preseason, I would assume, since he's a rookie.
Probably.
Right.
I might just watch that game waiting for a hit on him. Because it's probably coming.
They do play the Giants tomorrow. Yeah, you're right.
Hey man, Drew Lock to Malik Neighbors could be special. Could lead him to a whole 7-10.
Yeah.
I hope Drew Lock's the starter by the end of the year.
Well, I think Daniel Jones will re-hurt his leg, so I don't think it's gonna matter.
Who are their quarterbacks now? It's Locke, Jones, and Tommy D, right?
Yeah.
And Daniel Jones.
Wow. What a squad.
Yeah.
With Devin Singletary as their primary running back, I think.
Oh, goodness. That team's going to be god-awful.
Malik Neighbors is very quickly going to become that Lamborghini in the trailer park type deal.
Yeah.
The Giants have to draft a quarterback and a running back next year.
Looking forward, you guys, Brady, you guys play tomorrow. You guys play the Panthers tomorrow. Unanswered questions at the quarterback position in both camps.
True.
So, yeah, I mean, I know Bryce Young's not starting for them tomorrow, so I mean, I guess I don't really know what their plan will be for the year. Like, I assume it'll be Bryce Young for them.
It has to be. Who's their backup?
That's a great question.
I have no idea.
Let's find out.
Guess.
We don't have time to guess.
I'm looking. That's what
I bet Clayton's gonna get to it first.
Probably.
But yeah, I mean, there's a reason we have 4 quarterbacks playing tomorrow. Like,
Right. It's
we
a
don't know what
preseason.
we're doing.
Oh, you know who their backup is?
Ew.
Andy Dalton.
Is it? That's what I was thinking. But I thought
Andy
that
Dalton.
he was a free agent.
Nope, they must have picked him up. That's not a bad pickup. A guy with starting experience.
I think he
And
was there
then
last year too.
I think
Then Jack Plummer and Jake Luton.
Who?
Jack Plummer and Jake Luton. How does
I
Jake Luton?
I recognize Jake Luton. Who is Jack Plummer?
I don't know. Let's find out. Louisville quarterback.
Probably a rookie.
yeah, honestly might be.
Yep, rookie out of Louisville.
So he's a bum.
Basically, yeah.
There's only
Well, that's
one
the
good
football-
quarterback out of Louisville I've ever heard of. So
I was gonna say, well, no, there's 2.
who's the second one?
Teddy B.
He went to Louisville?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why did I think he went to like Baylor or something?
No, that's valid. Well, RG3 went to Baylor. Who else came out of Baylor? Is that it? All right. Well,
Yeah.
I can tell you who came out of Western Kentucky.
Bailey Zappi, baby.
Bailey Zappi.
You know
Did
who
you-
came out of West Virginia who threw Tavon Austin the ball? You guys have seen the Tavon Austin highlight tape, right?
Maybe.
You need to.
Okay.
When you first said West Virginia, I immediately went to Will Greer, but I don't think he and Tavon Austin were there together.
No. He was after. He's still in the NFL.
Oh, it's Gino, right? Maybe?
Yeah, Geno Smith. I didn't know that for the longest time, but then I saw Smith on the back of the guy's jersey in the Tavon Austin highlight tape. I was like, I wonder who that is. So I Googled it and it was Geno Smith.
Man, how old is Tavon Austin?
He's like 34. He's been out of the league for a minute at this point, but
Well, that's what I was thinking. But in my
Yeah,
mind,
he's-
Tavon Austin's like 27.
yeah, he's only 33.
Man, I suck at ball. Like, what am I doing?
He's been out of the league since 2021, but
Oh, that's why.
yeah. But give Tavon Austin highlight tape, and it's about 9 minutes long. Give that a Google. It's one of the best college football highlight tapes of all time.
Okay, Clayton, I have a question. I can't remember if there's overlap, but did Western Kentucky come to the Deloitte while you were there with Bailey Zappi?
No, Eastern Kentucky did.
Dang it.
Yeah, I know, right? Eastern Kentucky. That was the game where for opening kickoff, we lasered it at the. So there's normally 5 guys in the front row on a kickoff. The left middle guy, so like, you know what I'm talking about, like 5 guys in a line, left middle, just domed him with the football, and we got it. Opening kick.
That's a life trick.
I was standing on the sidelines of that game thinking, wow, I think if I could sum up the MAC in one play, that might be
That
it.
would totally be it.
Either that or the fake or the botched field goal we had that was also when I was a sophomore. Tried to pitch it out to our kicker to run for it, and he slipped and fell, and it counted as a fumble. And Buffalo ran it back like 95 yards or something like that, but it didn't count because they held.
That kickers in a nutshell. Do we have anything on the NFL? I have one or two more things.
We got a couple things, but
Right. I'll just bring this up first. The Cleveland Browns announced their new stadium, I believe, right? Or it was just a rendering.
it's a rendering, but like the Haslams have enough money to where if they want to do it, they're just going to do it. Like, you know what I mean?
think it's almost a done deal at this point.
I think the
is.
fact that they announced it means it's pretty much a done deal.
Yeah, and the stadium will be cool. I'm sure that the Brook Park area will develop or whatever, but like, I'm sure that I'll grow to like the new stadium too. I would like to preface this by saying that I'm sure that I will like it, but like you can't beat the downtown atmosphere of where the Browns Stadium is currently.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And we can renovate, but we can't build a dome, which is the problem because of the stupid airport that's right there. The FAA won't let us build a dome.
Just give up the airport.
That's what I'm saying. That airport is pointless. That's not even like
Didn't they say something about
Cleveland
building a
airport.
different airport in Brook Park anyway?
Are you serious?
I thought I saw something about that, I don't know. There was so much going on in that like whole graphic article deal. I saw the word airport like 6 times. I don't even know.
Um,
But
well, also kind of the mayor kind of screwed that up too, with how much money they were giving the Haslam's.
Yeah, 371 million for renovate. Like obviously, like that's a lot of money, but when you're
not
renovating a
stadium money.
multi-billion-dollar
Right.
facility, it's really not that much.
Right.
And it's just, yeah. Like I said, I'm sure eventually I will like the new stadium, but I like being downtown, man. That's a great location. All those local businesses down there that rely on the Browns, like,
Yeah.
but I guess to counter that point, there will be a lot of business driven up by the new stadium, right?
Well, there'll probably be a lot of businesses made too.
That's what I mean. Like,
And
Yeah.
all the downtown business, sorry to cut you off, is we'll still have the Cavs and the Guardians too.
yeah, but the Cavs and Guardians are not right by the lake like those places are.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just like it'll still help, but not to the same degree.
Yeah. But
I could I remember my walk from Progressive down to the lakefront when I went both places in the same day. 'Cause we parked in the same lot that we usually do when we go to Guards games, and we just walked. They let us pay for both games the same price, which a regular season Cleveland Browns game and game 5 of the NLDS definitely not the same price, but they let us do it
no,
anyway.
So
uh, but yeah, like I really enjoyed the walk. Like I thought it was super nice. I thought it was a really cool thing.
it's
Even though
fun.
I got heckled by the Jesus Pickett dude for wearing a Patriots jersey, which was a wild time.
Yeah, that'll teach you.
I'll say you ever just be like 19 years old walking down the street and the religious protester goes, Jones, Jones, I know you can hear me. I know you can hear me. Repent.
Yeah, that'll teach you.
and if they allow tailgating right in front of the front door where they have that little walkway, that little it'll be good. That stadium will be good. But if they allow tailgating and have like a certain part in front of like before you walk in a parking lot like there, I think it'll be just fine. Browns fans will like it.
I hope so. Yeah, it's so nice having all three stadiums right there.
It
Like,
is.
name another city where they're all literally right there.
I mean,
Cincinnati.
technically Columbus and Cincinnati.
Well, Cincinnati only has two. I'm talking like high level major sports.
I'd argue Detroit. All their stuff's right there.
Yeah, but I guess you're right.
Honestly, LCA might be closer to the other two than Brown
Yeah,
Stadium.
yeah. I forget how close LCA is to the other two. Yeah, you might be right. Detroit might have us beat.
I was gonna say because I remember going to Ford Field and always like walking back behind Comerica. Like I'd always like look up to see the Tigers on top of the stadium there. Um, I mean Baltimore only has two
They
teams.
only
They
have
share a
two.
parking lot. Kansas City only has two. They share a parking lot.
How close are they?
I don't know. I've never been there.
Either.
I'm just going off of places I've been.
That's fair.
I guess I don't know like where the Stars and Mavericks arena is, but like AT&T and Globe Life are right there. The Rangers' old stadium is also right there. Like they're all right
Right.
there in
They
that little
literally built it
triangle.
like basically across the parking lot from the old one, right?
It is literally across the parking lot.
Surprised they haven't blown it up yet.
Oh, it's because it's so they use the old one. That's Six Flags' headquarters down there, and the UFL plays there. And I don't think it's USL, but like some other soccer team plays there. They retrofitted it for a bunch of different stuff.
Huh. Well, I guess that's how the stadium was in Albuquerque when I was there. There's a USL team that plays there, so there's one down the third baseline, like one big grandstand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of USL teams, there's a team in Colorado Springs, and I went to a bar like right across the street from one of the
Oh,
stadiums.
really?
Yeah, it's not very big. Have you got? I know you've been to Pittsburgh. Isaac, have you ever been to Pittsburgh?
No.
Have you ever seen the Riverhounds Stadium, Brady?
No.
All right, well, it's right next to the one of the rivers, right? It might be right along the Ohio River, actually, but it looks like small. It was like that. It was like a small but really nice looking stadium still.
Yeah. Yeah, I've only seen Acrisure and PNC.
Fair enough.
Trying to think of where else
Well, I
is
guess
like close
Pittsburgh's
together.
isn't that far away either because you could see the hockey stadium from those two areas.
Yeah, I never actually like saw where PBG was, but like I drove past several signs for it. Like,
Maybe I'm just being a hater here, I guess, but I like having all three close. It's nice. The
no,
downtown
I'm with
atmosphere is
you.
great. But yeah. Like I said, I know I will like the new stadium when I make it out to a game there eventually, but it's gonna be hard to say. Hard to say goodbye to the old Cleveland Browns stadium.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I drove by Mopfrey on the highway the other day. I went to maybe 2 games there, and even I was like, Mopfrey.
I know. Well, that said in the group chat earlier today, like I was kind of excited for them to move downtown too. I thought that would be kind of a fun atmosphere, especially the area they were moving in because the city's dumped a bunch of money in there and that kind of thing. But um yeah, like the first soccer specific stadium in America is basically empty now.
Yeah.
Now they're all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah. They're like I think it's more common for teams to have their own stadium now than share.
Yeah. But if you think of it, they'll never tear that down since it was the first one. I don't think so. And
At
if they
least not for a
do,
while. I bet eventually they will, but not for a while.
They still use it for stuff, right? Like camps and
Well,
stuff.
well, yeah, and that's where the crew two play. That's
Oh, okay. I don't think
that's
I don't think I knew that.
basically their excuse to keep it. I think they train there too. I think they do trainings there, but
They might be
that's
the
where
only
crew
crew
two
two,
play.
or they might be the only. I guess I don't. Well, MLS Next Pro. They're probably the only Next Pro team to have their own stadium, technically.
Actually, yeah, that might be a good point.
yeah.
Yeah. I bet they are their only MLS next team that has their own stadium.
I can't remember the name of the league for the life of me.
Yeah, because yeah, it would make a lot more sense for all of them to just play at their host team's stadium, I guess.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, and they played when the MLS Next championship game was played at Lower.
yeah.
Like that wasn't played at Mount Frey. They moved that game to Lower.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, you got me a hardcore reminiscing on places I've been though.
I know, right? Do you guys have a favorite stadium that you've ever been to?
I haven't been to many.
I was gonna say I've only been to one arena for NHL and one for the NBA. I mean, of my well, I guess I've been to more NFL stadiums, just not for NFL games. um,
I've been to one NFL stadium,
that's true. You went to a neutral game.
3 MLB stadiums, 1 hockey arena, 1 NBA. I haven't been to much.
I mean, especially for baseball, my biased and unbiased opinion, like Cleveland will always be forever my favorite, no matter what.
I'm sorry, but Cincy takes it for me over Cleveland. Just the river view at Cincy is just
Oh,
amazing.
Maybe I'm just a homer.
oh, brother, go to PNC in
Yeah,
Pittsburgh. That's my favorite.
I was gonna say PNC in Texas and Cleveland are my top 3 for sure.
Get like just the backdrop of Pittsburgh in the background, like with the bridge and the rivers and all that stuff in Pittsburgh. Like, give me Pittsburgh. That's my favorite stadium I think I've ever been to.
Cincy's mine right now just because I haven't been to PNC probably.
Make it out, dude. I'm telling you, it's worth it.
I think that's what we're playing next summer to maybe get a game out there.
It's worth the drive.
It is. It is.
especially while Paul Skeens is there.
True. That's very true.
That's the one thing I want to try to do next year. Is go to a Skeens game. I don't care if it's in Detroit, Cleveland, or Cincy, or Pittsburgh. Even that point,
I was gonna say
Going-
Pittsburgh's probably your best bet still.
right? But that would be so much fun.
Yeah, I think he's gonna pitch the day after I go when they're in Cleveland here in a few weeks. I'm
The
gonna be really
Brewer-
upset.
Actually, low key, I like the Brewers Stadium too. That was a nice little spot to be.
That's
I
now the
also
only
got to watch
MLB
the
team
Dodgers.
I've never watched. So
What?
that's now the only MLB team I've never watched.
The Brewers?
Yeah.
Like you, not even on TV.
Well, on TV, but I mean like more in person.
Oh, in person, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Only team.
That's an odd one. I'm not gonna lie. That's an odd one.
I checked off the Diamondbacks Monday night, so it's just the Brewers now.
Right. Huh. Huh. That's kind of cool.
Still haven't caught a foul ball, but it's okay.
Yeah,
I have one more thing about the NFL. I know we kind of pushed away.
go for it.
But Brandon Aiyuk sounds like he's going to the Steelers.
Dude.
We offered him $32 million a year for 4 years, and he said no.
Sorry, your team's not winning a championship anytime soon. Granted, the Steelers aren't either.
Well, no, I know, but like, I don't care who you are. If you are turning down $32 million a year, reality check, straight jacket, white cushy room now.
He's not even going to make that in Pittsburgh.
No.
He'll be lucky if he gets 30 in Pittsburgh.
So he's not going to make that anywhere else.
Hey Brady, people don't want to come to your team.
I know.
First time.
Like if we were offering him like the same number as like everyone else, like okay, fine, whatever. $32 million.
So funny.
We almost gave Calvin Ridley 25, and we still upped the number by $7 million a year.
Wow. That's a lot for Brandon Aiyuk in general.
I know, and he still said no.
The two teams that it's down to are the Browns and the Steelers. But the Steelers are the favorite right now.
I still think that the Commanders should have been the favorite. The Commanders just don't want to pony up.
All they have to do is trade Taylor and Clark.
No, you trade Dotson and picks.
That's fair too.
Yeah.
Because everything I've seen is like the 49ers want Pickens and picks or Freiermuth and picks, which I don't know. I don't think Freiermuth would really make sense. Like asking for Pickens makes more sense. But was Pittsburgh going to give up Pickens? Like I think that's been part of the issue. Like I think if they were willing to part with what the Niners wanted, Aiyuk would have been a Steeler 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Right.
That's where Aiyuk wants to go.
He wants to be in Washington with Jaden Daniels.
Or in Pittsburgh. That's what I've heard.
Well, yeah, but no, Pittsburgh was like his number 2. Bro was literally on his knees begging to play with Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, he was.
Sounds like the Browns are out of the running for him for the most part, which is fine. I
We saw
wasn't
what happened when Deshaun said that.
right.
Oh, but that was my exact thought. So I was talking to Brody last night, and he was like, "Oh, the Steelers were out, and I guess they're back in now." And I was like, "I mean, it's how the Browns got Deshaun Watson. You're out, then you're back in." Like I
Yeah.
remember having that exact conversation with Isaac on his birthday that year, because that's when it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was a time when Baker said he didn't want to play, and we were out of the running for Deshaun. It was like, well,
And then our owner says, "Here you go. Have some money."
yeah, the largest guaranteed contract in NFL history at the time.
That wasn't Barry. That was all Jimmy Haslam.
Well, yeah, that was Jimmy Haslam's fault. I don't blame Andrew Berry for that.
Haslam's like, "Barry, I'm sorry about this, but this one's on me. Here's the money."
Hey, but just look at it this way: once Deshaun's contract is over, you can draft Arch Manning. You're fine. That's at least 2 Super Bowls guaranteed.
That'd be so funny.
That would be so
Arch
funny.
Manning taking Cleveland to the winner's circle would be like,
That's the most Cleveland Browns thing of all time. If that were,
I just think because like every Manning quarterback's won at least one, right?
yeah,
I won 2, right? Both against the Patriots.
Eli and Peyton both won 2.
Did their dad win 2?
I think Archie won 1.
I think he only won 1 too.
I don't remember if he was still on the team when Breeze led them all the way, but
Uh,
I don't even know. I don't even think that makes sense. I think they played Peyton in the Super Bowl.
you guys have anything else? Because if not, this might be a good place to call it.
No.
The Guardians are on their worst losing streak of the season.
That is true, actually.
Hopefully they
yeah.
turn it around.
We played the Twins that. Thank you, because we have destroyed the Twins this year.
Yeah, but if we lose the series, we're in second place. So
Yeah, not great. Not great.
But we've been dominating the Twins.
and we've lost our last 5. I played 2 doubleheaders in a 3-day span.
Yeah. Fun.
Yeah, Archie never won a Super Bowl.
Well, good thing it stopped with that generation.
True.
True.
All right. Well, sounds like a podcast. Like we said, hopefully the Guards can turn it around. The crew of a Leagues Cup game on Friday that Matt and I will be at, so that'll be fun.
Who are they playing Friday?
Kansas City, and we clobbered them earlier this season. So
I forgot Kansas City has an MLS team. Man, I'm a weenie.
Well, Patrick Mahomes partially owns them, and they're garbo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, because they own parts of both soccer teams there.
And the baseball team, I think they partly own the Royals too, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say, but I don't want to take the effect out of both soccer teams.
Still makes sense. Still tracks.
What even is their NWSL team?
I don't know any of the NWSL teams.
I don't either.
I think that was like the only one I knew, and I can't remember it.
Okay, just wrap it up. I don't think we have anything else.
Yeah, definitely a shorter episode this week, but
Yep.
3
Shorter
min
crew, not as much going on. This has been Hot Take Sports episode number 150. Make sure to follow us on all our social medias at Hot Take Sports 16 and give us your best hot take. Use code HTS at SeatGeek for $20 off of your first purchase. Football season is fast approaching, ladies and gentlemen. So get those tickets, save some money, support us. Use code HTS on SeatGeek. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you all next week.